What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the JR Wisdom channel. I'd like to thank all you guys for tuning back into my channel, new and old subscribers. If you're just now clicking on one of my videos, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button along with the bell. That way you receive all of the notifications for all my future content. So let's get right into it. This topic right here is has been coming up a lot lately, and many of you may or may not have heard of this because this is more of in the bodybuilding, physical fitness arena, and it involves a gentleman named Rich Piana, or Rich Piana, however you want to pronounce it. And I bring up this topic because we're seeing this, like I said, more and more, and I just want to cover this as a whole, which is the duplicitous nature of these closeted bigots, or as some people would call racist or whatever. But at the end of the day, this is how they feel, whatever. But they just don't project it to everyone else. They're maybe this way with their friends, or people who they feel like they can trust. And obviously this was the case with Rich Piana, and everyone's making a commotion about it because he was a role model for some people. So for those of you who don't know who Rich Piana is, he's a steroid, and he admits it. He's a steroid bodybuilder. He's the owner of 5%, which it's a supplement company. He has his own supplements, proteins, and they're supposed to be based upon natural ingredients and stuff like that. So you've probably seen him before on TV. He has minor roles in movies, Planet of the Apes, and other stuff like that. And he's tatted up. He has these silver blue eyes, whether they're contacts or not, and he dyes his hair, and SoCal type dude. I think he's from Northridge or something like that. But he's well known in the bodybuilding arena. Because he's a huge dude. He's 6'1", and he weighs 300 pounds. Huge guy, and obviously he has no problem admitting, like I said, that he's on steroids. Some people said he's on synthol because the way he's built, he's just built weird. So anyway, just to bring that to you, he's been doing this for about 30 years. He's been on steroids for 30 years, and this incident, which all of the links are going to be in the description, so you guys can listen to it. And you can listen to his apology. It's similar to what we've seen in the past, more recently with Donald Sterling. But we've also seen this with Mel Gibson or whatever. And what all of these have in common, is these men, and including Rich Piana, they get into arguments with their girlfriends who are, white women for the most part, except for Donald Sterling, his girlfriend, whatever her name is, she's interracial of some sort, and they all are in arguments over the phone or in person, and they're being recorded by these women. It's unsuspecting, and obviously these women who are comfortable enough to record these men have heard these men go on similar rants before. And they are getting recorded and not even knowing. But this whole tactic and all of this stuff, which has come out now, is something that is done by some bitter women as leverage, which I'll get into later. But when you listen to this audio, he's basically sounding like these other two. You're fucking with this dirty nigger, you piece of trash, you piece of shit, you piece of white trash, blah, blah, blah. You nigger lover, da 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 da, going on and on, ranting about how bad she is and how she let this black nigger kiss her on the cheek, and she even added him on social media and stuff like that. That happened to me one time too. I was this white woman added me on social media, and her boyfriend found out and told her to delete me, and she told me that that's what she said. But I guess he didn't go on a whole rant, but that's neither here nor there. So, he goes on saying, basically, you're probably fucking that dirty, you let this dirty nigger, fuck you, this and that. and Mel Gibson said something similar where he was like, getting raped by a pack of niggers and all kind of shit like that. And, as you know, with Donald Sterling saying that he didn't want her hanging around these niggers, and, him, helping these guys out, and didn't want her hugging up on, what was it, Magic Johnson or something like that. Some crazy stuff like that. But he felt the same way. So the question that I would like to propose is, why do these men feel so, stern about this? Why are they so vicious? Why are they so upset when it comes to, the possibility of their girlfriend even being friends with a black man, or they perceiving that she's sleeping with a black man, or, I think about it, and it's like the thought of them even being intimate with a black man, you know what I'm saying, is upsetting. And I try to narrow it down, and I find this out a lot, because of, this dates back probably well into slavery and probably before that. It's been so many black men that have been killed in this country and probably other countries for, either even the women coming on to them, or them coming on to women, or them looking at a woman the wrong way, all kind of stuff like that. So I'm saying, is it the coveted dick size of the black man? Is there an inferiority complex about it? Do you feel inferior or whatever? Is it because of the perceived, sexual vigor of the black man, that, the mandingo, so to speak, that you're afraid of this? Once, if she gets a hold of this, then, basically, what do they call it? Dirtying up the pure white snow or something like that, that she's ruined. You know what I mean? And that's the only thing I can think about, the reason why they go on these rants, because this dude was really going in, just like these other guys. I think Kanye West, he made a song one time, and I forgot the name of the song, but it goes like, he was talking about dealing with an escort or something like that, and she said her price would go down if she ever fucked a black guy. That's why she couldn't mess with him, because her price would go down as an escort, call girl, whatever. And any of her Johns found out about it or whatever, it would be affected. It would affect her business, so she couldn't get involved in that. So I guess the biggest thing is with him going on this rant, and like I said, you can click on the video below and listen to him going off, is, will he be affected? Will it affect him monetarily? Will it affect his business? Is this like over for him? Will it just shut him down completely? Hell nah. He may have, a few black supporters that may stop supporting him, but as far as stopping, Rich Piana's movement, no. He apologized about it. He said it was over 10 years, well, around 10 years ago, and he said he's not racist. Now, Rich Piana, here's the thing. Rich Piana, you're 45 years old. You said it happened around 10 years ago. That would make you 35. And here you go saying that you're not racist. At 35, you're a grown-ass man. You're not like 17, 18, or even early 20s. You're feeling some type of way at 35, maybe 36 years old, because it might have not even been 10 years quite. And you're saying these things, and you're a professional bodybuilder or whatever, and you apologize, and you say your reasoning for going off on her like that is because you were on drugs. You're on all type of stuff. When you get angry, you go from A to Z, or 0 to 100, whatever you want to call it. You just go completely off. And you said you were just trying to say the most hurtful things to hurt her feelings in that process, But this is what you could come up with. You had to just basically say nigger over and over. So you've been saying it to her for a while, obviously. That wasn't your first time. And for her to record you, I know you've been saying it for a while, obviously. You had to be saying it for a while. So she was comfortable enough to do that, or was waiting on it, and hit the record button. But the funny part about it, like I said, I'll get into it, is that she saved it for 10 years. She still has it on her possession. You know what I'm saying? It's it's weird, and I'll give you men a bit of advice. You know, I encourage you to be careful what you say and what you do to women, because any of that stuff is like the court of law. You know, she's holding on to it, she's saving it, she's recording it, she's telling people. So just keep that in mind. Anything you are saying or doing to this woman, it's all being recorded. You know, and one day, which it's bound to happen, maybe, you guys are going to break up, and she's just going to unleash it all upon you, like like hell on earth. You know, a scorned woman. You know, that's basically what's happening. And this woman has been doing everything to destroy this guy, to my understanding. You know, been releasing porno tapes of him having sex, saying he's getting all this work done. He got his ass done. You know, as far as getting shots and synthol in his ass, all types of stuff. And this is 10 years later. You know what I mean? And she held on to all this stuff after a breakup, trying to blast him and embarrass him and shut him down. And this is at all costs, you know, trying to just ruin this guy, ruin his reputation and everything. And the bitterness in all this, which is not just exclusive to her, this happens to men every day. The bitterness is unreal, you know, anything to make you look as bad as possible, you know, and some people just can't let go, or they're just determined to do that. So be careful and be mindful what you do to women, you know, because it will, if you ever break up, it will come back on you. So all in all, she knew who she was dealing with, just like these other women. They know who they're dealing with. She was comfortable enough to record them, and one day figure like she's doing now, try to use it as leverage. So other than that, as far as, you know, black people, we being upset, or you being upset for what? Many people probably never even heard of this guy. At the end of the day, by him saying that, how is it affecting you? And I guess that's what we need to look at, the big picture. How is any of this affecting, like, the word is really, you know, I mean, by saying it, how is this affecting your life at the end of the day? You'd be a fool, like the shock and awe is gone, okay? You'd be a fool to believe that no one is saying this, especially behind closed doors. What if everyone just started saying it again tomorrow? You know, ask yourselves that question. So that's my rant on this. It's just weird how it always comes to this. And I just think the word just needs to, you know, be put to bed. You know what I'm saying? It'll just take the sting out. If everyone just said how they really felt. And I think everyone should say how they really feel. And this guy was just saying how he really felt, as well as these other guys. So that's all I have to say. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all add me on social media. All the links are in the description. Feel free to email me if you got any questions, or you have a topic you'd like me to discuss. Throw a couple coins in the well of wisdom. Check out my books on Amazon as well. And remember, anything lost can be found again except for time wasted. Peace be upon you all. And I will catch you guys on the next video. So I'll see you then. All right. Peace.